Yo, what's good with you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So today, I'm bringing you guys another video. We're doing talks with Qwertyy. I'm late. I know. I'm sorry, but we're doing it. Today, I got an interesting topic to talk about, and it is motivation versus discipline. We're going to be looking at the two. A lot of people get them like mixed up as the same, and it is different. I'm going to be talking about which is more significant, which is more likely to drive you in any way possible to make you the best version of you in this video. If you guys are new around here, you guys know what to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,200 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. It means a lot and I do appreciate it, but I'm excited to talk about this and let's get right into the video. So let me first start off by saying what motivation and discipline, like the general definition. Motivation is kind of like that feeling you get when you know you want to do something, whatever it might be, whatever you feel you got to do in order to fulfill your day, make you feel productive, and move yourself one step closer to becoming the best version of you. Motivation gives you that kind of that boost. Maybe you see something, maybe you hear something, maybe you feel something, maybe you think about something, and you're like, I need to get at it. That's what motivation is. Motivation is kind of like when you drink caffeine or like you have caffeine, you get all energetic. Motivation is kind of like that. Motivation gives you something, makes you feel something, and it gets you up and it gets you driven. We've all been there where, we've been feeling down a couple of days. You feel like we don't want to do something, but then we get motivated out of nowhere, it seems. And that motivation carries us through the day and makes us just absolutely dominate whatever we're doing. That's kind of what motivation is. Discipline, however, discipline is doing it no matter what. No matter how motivated or what you're thinking about up here, or what you feel, or what you heard, or what you are thinking about, whatever you're doing and however you're feeling, discipline is the action that gets you up and you just grind no matter what. Discipline is super important, and I think I made a video on it on my series, my Talks with Qwertyy series, where I've talked about the importance of self-discipline and how far it can take you. Just by giving you both those definitions, you can probably go with the feeling that discipline is more significant than motivation. I think motivation makes things easier for you as far as achieving what you got to achieve in your day, but discipline takes you further. And that's kind of the entire point of it, to be completely honest. Because there's days where we wake up, doesn't matter who you are, and you're like, I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to do that. Like, let's say you got to work out. I always like using exercising as an example. Let's say you got to do that. Motivation's like, let's get at it. But discipline isn't always going to be like that. Discipline, you're going to be like, I don't really want to. Or some days you're going to be like, I don't really want to. But discipline is going to kick you up and it's going to say to you, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you're feeling. You got to get at it. And I'm not saying like feeling like, you got like some problems, like some issues in your life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you feel lazy, you feel tired. You want to make excuses, like that type of stuff. That's what I'm kind of implying here. I mean, like, if there's any mental health issues that people might be having, then you really need to prioritize that, and I'm a strong believer of that. So if you're really going through something, I recommend that you really got to hone in and be aware of it and heal from it and then get back at your grind. I strongly do. I recommend that completely. I'm kind of more talking about just the excuses, the laziness, the lack of willpower. That's kind of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about discipline that gets you up no matter what. And that's my take on it. So once again, if you're experiencing any mental health issues, take some time, reevaluate, recalculate, and get back at it. Okay? That's important. I want to clarify that because it kind of made it seem like I'm just disregarding mental health. No, mental health is extremely important, and I'm going to be there to say that every single day. Honestly, it's very important. So keep that in mind. And once again, just kind of talking about the lack of motivation, like the excuses, the laziness. That's kind of what I'm diving into, and that's where discipline comes in. How do I get discipline? I talked about this in my previous videos, whatever, series I'm talking about when it comes to self-discipline. How do I get self-discipline? You got to understand something right now. In order to gain self-discipline, you have to be able to build it up. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. You can't just wake up one day and say, all right, I'm going to be disciplined and grind. That's how it works, but the results won't come right away. In order to achieve self-discipline, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable for a long time until you've almost experienced the benefits of grinding when you don't want to the point where you've had that respect for yourself to the point where you've achieved self-discipline. It's kind of like a process. You can't wake up one morning and just be hard on yourself if you've never really been hard on yourself before. Right? It's very easy to do things that we want to do when we feel like we're entitled to do it. Like motivation makes us feel entitled to do it. Discipline isn't like that. Discipline gets you up regardless. There's no filter. with your grind. There's no filter. Discipline is right there every single time. And you have to, it is truly a blessing. You're not nothing if you don't have discipline. You'll fizzle out. Really, like realistically, you can only have motivation for so long. I feel like a lot of people start things and then they get like to a certain point and then the motivation kind of goes away and they're like, and then they just kind of flake out. 99% of people just flake out. You got to be the 1% that has the discipline. You carry discipline with you. You do it because you have to do it, because you know it takes you further in life than, being average and sitting at home and not doing nothing. You got to get up. You got to grind. And I know it sounds so cliche. I know you've heard it. It sounds like a recording now, but you really got to do it. Discipline is there every step of the way, and you have to be able to understand that. But discipline doesn't always stay. Once you achieve it, you can lose it again, and you got to build it back up. Let's say you achieve it. It makes things a lot easier for you to do, but even then, sometimes you can still fizzle out. Times you skip the gym. You skip being productive, and discipline goes down and down and down until you made enough excuses for yourself to the point where you're like, whatever. You got to build it back up again. It doesn't always stay with you. You got to keep that connection 100% of the time. It's going to be a lot easier because you have that respect, but it can go away. So remember that. Motivation comes and goes, makes you feel entitled to do things, but discipline is going to be there no matter what. And you have to be able to understand that yes, it may be harder to achieve, but once you do, you'll experience the benefits, you'll respect yourself even more, and you'll get back at it respectfully. And that's it. That's all I got to say. So obviously discipline, if you could take one thing out of this video, discipline is more significant, discipline is better, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. I'll catch you guys in another video, and I'm out. Peace out.